Joining us now to discuss, retired Marine intelligence officer, host of the Strat podcast, Hal Kempfer, friend of the show. Hal, great to see you as always. So we've got some momentum now. Hamas conditionally accepting this proposal. A major line, as Libby was reporting on, is the release of all of the hostages. So how encouraging a sign is this to you? Do you think that's a demand that will actually be met by Hamas?
Kelly, there seems to be a lot of momentum for actually the hostage release, and of course the reciprocal, which is of course releasing Palestinians who are held in Israel as well. And so that seems to have a lot of momentum, but there are big obstacles. You know, this disarming or demilitarizing, if you will, Hamas. This has internal divisions within Hamas. They're having to negotiate with other elements like Palestinian Islamic Jihad. So that has got to be worked out, and there's a lot of variations of that theme as far as what it is. The governance piece of it, Hamas appears to have rejected this idea of this peace board, if you will, with Tony Blair and President Trump in charge of it, and they want some sort of technocratic thing, but they don't want the Palestinian Authority. Long story is there's just a lot of things. It's not just a few things that have to get ironed out. These are some major sticking points that they've got to work through.
Right. And to your point about disarmament, an expert we had on earlier in the day noted that that's going to be key to a long-term solution here, and that continual engagement from Qatar, Turkey, Egypt, that's also going to be key in all of this. Would you agree?
Oh, absolutely. And I think whatever that peace enforcement, peacekeeping force is, there's been talk about Arab countries around the region, but also Indonesia, very large Muslim country, Pakistan have both talked about maybe putting some sort of resources, units, if you will, into doing this. There's talk about how to train a Palestinian police force and getting that going as well within there. There's just it really is a lot of complex details we worked out. But the problem is, it says, they want to turn over the offensive weapons. Well, for Hamas, many of them are saying, well, our AKs and our machine guns and all these things that we have, we'll give up the missiles, we'll give up maybe the mortars, but we'll keep this. And of course, that's just simply not going to be satisfactory to Israel, but also to the other countries involved in this process.
Right. And how do you ensure they're, in fact, all given up? Those are all questions lingering right now. I wanted to also ask you about some reporting from the Washington Post. So they noted that Hamas signaled a willingness to release the hostages, but also demanded a discussion about its role in a future unified Palestinian state. That last element, that's likely going to be a big sticking point here. So, Hal, how do you see this advancing? We know this is a few steps down the line.
It's a few steps, but it's integral to getting down the line in the first place. Is what is the role of Hamas? The problem is the way if you look at the plan that's put forth, it pretty much is a surrender document for Hamas. It's kind of an existential point. They're not a military organization, not a terrorist organization. They won't be part of the governance. What is Hamas at that point? And that's, of course, the problem they're having. So they're trying to put something in there. They say, well, they would be part of some future governance in some role. They wouldn't govern, but they would be doing something. And frankly, the Arab League has come out and talked about, no, that's not acceptable. European countries have also rejected this. Israel rejects it, obviously. The U.S. hasn't signed off on that. So that would be a big hurdle to even agree to something like that after everybody else has gone on record saying, no, they will not be part of the governance on the day after.
All right. Hal Kempfer, always appreciate your breakdown, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Kelly.